And the Prime Minister joins us now live in the studio. Mr Rudd, thank you for joining us. It's been an extraordinary couple of weeks in federal politics, to say the least. Are you surprised at the turnaround in the polls since you took over?
I'm not as surprised I am by your croc footage earlier on. I reckon the croc story reminds me of federal politics, actually.
You'll forgive us for running with that first then.
Mate, I love your croc stories up here.
But the polls, are you surprised?
You may be tired of hearing people like me say this, but I've been consistent on it for years and years and years. And that is, I actually don't pay attention to them. Actually, getting to election day, whenever that might be, is going to be a marathon. Long way to go. And I don't take anything for granted in terms of the Australian people. I've got to earn their respect.
Tony Abbott, when he's been here, he's spoken about bold plans to develop the top end if he wins the next election. What plans do you have if you're returned at the next election? Well,
the first thing we've done is try to turbocharge the territory's future. And that means laying out the infrastructure of the 21st century, high-speed broadband, to connect businesses across the territory to their suppliers or their markets right across Asia and the world, and to Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane. That's what we're doing. In fact, I'll be doing something on this in the morning here in Darwin. Unfortunately, Mr Abbott's plan is to rip it up out of the ground or disconnect it. Now, I think that's a pretty big thing. It's there, it's physical, it's happening. Already a couple of thousand homes in Darwin, 5,000 by the end of the year. But we will do more for the territory, as we've done in the past. Look at Alan Walker, the Cancer Centre at Darwin Hospital. Look at Tiger Brennan Drive. We've been fair dinkum about our commitment up here.
You told me that following our chat here in the studio, you're off to meet Chief Minister Adam Giles. Gonski education reforms will be top of the agenda there?
Well, the Better Schools plan is actually going to be terrific for the kids of the territory. It's about two things. How do you lift school performance? And on the other hand, how do you make sure that kids who are struggling a bit get the best help possible? Maybe it's to bring in a part-time tutor for a few hours a day, a few days a week, to lift them up in terms of their literacy and numeracy. So I hope the Chief Minister puts politics to one side and we get a deal.
Can we get a better deal, though, out of you?
Well, I've got to say, today we had Tasmania sign on. We've already had New South Wales sign on. We've got South Australia signed on. Other negotiations are going well. The other territory is signed on, a bit different to this territory. And I'm confident we can get there. But really it depends whether Adam sort of lifts himself, I think, above the political ruck a bit. Bill Shorten, the Minister, I'm sure will be active and keen to engage on this, but it won't be at any price. It's a good deal for the territory. If they don't get this deal, it'll mean millions of dollars which won't otherwise go into the schools of Darwin and the rest of the territory.
Now, Territorians are renowned for putting things off. Are you looking to do the same as far as an election day is concerned? When will we all be going to the polls?
Scoop on Channel 9.
Well, I think we deserve one, can't we? We can have one, can't we?
Look, Jono, there's a thing called the Australian Constitution. You didn't write it and I didn't, and it actually sets the law on this. So Mr Abbott may jump up and down and say he wants an election on a particular date. I follow the laws of the land. It's in the Constitution. John Howard followed those laws. Bob Hawke followed those laws. Paul Keating followed those laws. And even Bob Menzies followed those laws.
I wasn't really expecting to scoop, Prime Minister, but we do thank you for your time tonight.
Thanks, Jono, and hi to everyone in the territory.
Thank you. 5 people charged with drug and corruption offences appeared in court today. The group was arrested last month after a dramatic series of raids following months of investigations. El Mitaros is at Darwin Magistrates Court with more.